Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you desperately needed funds for your business, but the waiting game seemed endless? If you're a Shopify merchant, you might be wondering just how long it takes to get approved for Shopify Capital. Understanding the approval timeline can be crucial for making timely decisions that impact your business growth. In this video, we'll explore everything you need to know about the Shopify Capital approval process, including how long it typically takes, what factors can influence that timeline, and tips to ensure a smooth application experience. What is Shopify Capital? Before diving into the approval timeline, let's clarify what Shopify Capital actually is. Shopify Capital provides financial assistance to merchants looking to grow their businesses. This can include funding for inventory purchases, marketing campaigns, or even hiring new staff. Unlike traditional loans, Shopify Capital offers merchant cash advances and short-term loans that are repaid as a percentage of daily sales. This flexible repayment structure makes it an attractive option for many entrepreneurs. The approval timeline. Now let's get to the heart of the matter. How long does it take to get approved for Shopify Capital? Generally speaking, the approval process can take anywhere from 1 to 3 business days. However, there are several nuances to consider. Initial application. The first step in securing Shopify Capital is ensuring you meet the eligibility criteria. While Shopify doesn't publicly disclose specific requirements, they generally look for a history of consistent sales, low dispute rates, good customer engagement. If you meet these criteria, you'll receive an invitation via email or your Shopify admin dashboard to apply for funding. Review process. Once you submit your application, it enters a review phase that typically lasts 1 to 3 business days. However, during peak periods or if additional verification is required, this could extend longer. Factors that might slow down the review process include discrepancies in sales data or irregular account activity. Receiving the funds. Upon approval, funds are usually transferred to your business bank account within 2 business days. Yet again, delays can occur due to bank processing times or public holidays. Factors influencing the timeline. While we've established a general timeframe for approval, several factors can influence how quickly you receive funding. Sales consistency. Higher and more consistent sales figures often lead to quicker approvals and potentially larger funding offers. Previous Shopify Capital history. If you've successfully repaid a previous advance or loan from Shopify Capital, your new application might be processed faster. System overloads. During high-demand seasons like Black Friday, even eligible applications may face longer wait times due to increased volume. Documentation needs. If there are discrepancies in your application or if further documentation is required, this can slow down the process significantly. Bank processing times. After approval and transfer of funds from Shopify, your bank's processing time can add additional days before you see the money in your account. Steps to ensure a smooth application. To maximize your chances of quick approval and minimize delays, consider these practical steps. Maintain consistent sales. Regular sales activity not only helps with eligibility, but also speeds up the review process. Stay engaged with Shopify. Utilize all features effectively and maintain a good track record with timely payments. Prepare documentation. Have all necessary documentation ready before applying to avoid delays caused by verification needs. Apply during off-peak times. If possible, avoid applying during peak seasons when application volumes are high. Real-life experiences. Many merchants have shared their experiences regarding the approval process. While some report receiving funds within just a couple of days after applying, others have encountered longer waits due to various factors. For instance, one merchant mentioned their application was pending for about 10 days before finally getting approved. Another noted that their funds were deposited just hours after approval, but had initially expected a longer wait based on community feedback. These anecdotes highlight that while there's a general timeline for approvals, individual experiences can vary widely based on specific circumstances. Common queries and concerns. As we wrap up our discussion on Shopify Capital approvals, let's address some common queries. Who is eligible for Shopify Capital? Eligibility is determined automatically based on consistent sales performance and low dispute rates. You'll receive an invitation if you're eligible. How much can I borrow? Funding amounts vary based on your store's sales performance and risk profile. How are repayments made? Repayments are made as a fixed percentage of your daily sales. Can I apply for Shopify Capital outside of the US? Yes. It's available in select countries including Canada and Australia. What happens if my sales fluctuate significantly? Your repayment amounts will adjust according to daily sales fluctuations. Understanding these elements can help set realistic expectations as you navigate the funding landscape with Shopify Capital. While the typical approval process for Shopify Capital takes about 1 to 3 business days, various factors can influence this timeline. By maintaining consistent sales and preparing necessary documentation ahead of time, you can streamline your application experience. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.